We shall have order.
Actor Jerome St.John Blake has more characters in Star Wars than words in his name. 7 of them. And in this episode, we chat about them, including his real-world inspiration for fan favourite Mas Amedda.
Order!
This is your monthly Star Wars interview series on the Geeknd. New episodes drop on the first Tuesday of every month. I usually talk to someone about the one role, maybe at a push 2 or 3 roles that they played in Star Wars for this series, but with you, 7 characters, man. Did you get 7 paychecks?
No, I didn't get 7 paychecks. 7 characters. It's because it's expediency. It's because those costumes are hard to make, hard to realize. Some of them require a team of people. If you have a person that is part of a team that is already working, they don't have to do another body cast. They don't have to do another face mask. They don't have to, all of that stuff is bypassed. It makes sense to have the same person doing it.
Let's dig into some of the 7 characters. Mas Amedda, I like to think of him as the John Burko of Star Wars, or John Blueco, maybe.
Order! You're spot on, because even though John Burko was not the Speaker of the House in 1997 when we shot, but I took my cue for the voice of Mas Amedda from the Speaker of the House of Commons in good old British land, in terms of the delivery of the lines.
Right, okay.
And so hence, order! We shall have order.
You played him throughout the 3 films, so there was that continuity for you with him. However, you didn't play him in every single moment. David Bowers also donned for prosthetics as well. Why was that?
There was a geographical separation. The bulk of Phantom Menace was shot at Leavesden Studios, was Europe-based. Attack of the Clones, the bulk of it was based in Fox's studio in Sydney, in Australia. And for whatever reason, the powers that be decided that for the wide shots, they would use David Bowers in the new Mas Amedda costume, but the close-up stuff was me and my voice.
Was it also budget related, getting you out to Australia? Was David Bowers based there already?
David, I believe his hometown is Perth on the west.
Okay, that's definitely Australia.
West coast of Australia. I've never met the guy. That would be an interesting interaction. And in the 3rd episode of the trilogy, Revenge of the Sith, Mas Amedda appears on a video link. And so it's me wearing the 2nd generation Mas Amedda costume. But in the filmic version of Mas Amedda, it is only my voice that you hear.
Order!
And you actually, it's interesting, is you played some senators in that scene as well. So essentially, you were shouting order at yourself.
Yes, I was.
Do you often shout order to yourself, Jerome?
Frequently, at about 3 o'clock in the morning. Yes, I do. When Mas Amedda delivers that line, order, I'm actually telling myself to STFU in 3 different characters. Mick Regrat, Horrocks Ryder, Ornfrey Tar, the sleazy galactic businessman, who actually does have dialogue. Limited, but he does have dialogue. Vote now! Vote now! So yes, I'm telling myself to tone it down, chaps. To myself 3 times.
Order, Jerome, order. I have another question to ask. Don't take this personally, but a character that you play who really doesn't do very much. He's kind of part hare, part snake, Oppo Rancisis. People seem to love him.
It's the Jedi thing. The brief that I got was he used to be a fearsome Jedi warrior, but, you know, he's got to that point in his career, a desk job, basically.
Now, it's no secret that the prequels weren't universally adored, so I wondered what Jerome made of the backlash towards them from some sections of the fanbase.
If George Lucas had made the equivalent of Godfather 2, but set in space, it still would not have been good enough for everyone that was a fan of Star Wars. I was at a show in Hartford, Connecticut. This young man walks up to me and introduces himself and says, I've been waiting most of my life to meet you. 3 or 4 year old boy, he was absolutely absorbed by the scene where the battle droids are deployed. He just wanted to watch it again and watch it again so that he could mimic it. I said, do you think you could still do it now? He said, hold my bag. And then he goes, say the line. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Activate the droids. He did a perfect imitation of battle droids unfolding. So many people dismiss what George Lucas tried to do, but what they miss is that an entire generation of children embrace Star Wars because of The Phantom Menace.
George Lucas was making a film for kids, a new generation of kids, essentially.
Precisely. If you want to get on your high horse and start criticizing a filmmaker about this, that, and the other, my response is, show me the last film you made, and then we'll have a conversation.
Why not consider subscribing for more episodes of this series and other content on Star Wars, Marvel, and more? Join the club or get lost. Goodbye.